PT session. This is Friday's session. Same as normal, we've got our warm-up, 3 minutes, block A, 2 exercises, block B, 3 exercises, and then our finishers. So we get stuck straight into the warm-up basically. So the first one, we're going to set a 3-minute timer, 2 exercises, and we'll just run through them as many rounds as we can. So the first one is a squat reach. So sit into the squat. From here, you're going to put your hand to the outside of your foot, jar your knee there, grab your opposite shin, and then you're rotating round, just trying to look up at the palm of your hand. You're going to do 10 reps each side. And then the second one is just a body weight squat, feet shoulder width apart, sitting down into it, keeping your chest upright, and back up again. So we're going to set a time of 3 minutes, and we get Ethan to work through the first round. So let's go. That's it. So look, notice how he's trying to look up at the opposite, at his palm of his hand. He's rotating that spine, the thoracic spine, just getting everything moving. That's it. So we're going for 10 each side. Good. If you're struggling with mobility, you're just going down as far as you can. It's all about rotating that spine and getting into that nice deep squat position. Good. And then on the squats, chest upright, just facing forward, sitting down into it, and back up. 10 reps on that. You're just going to do as many rounds as you can before the timer stops. On to block A, we've got 2 exercises in block A. First one is press ups, second one is forward lunge. So press ups, we'll start off with the hardest option, but always keeping your elbows tucked in tight to your body at 45 degrees. We're not having our elbows up here. So the hardest way to do a press up, we're going full plank. So hips in line with your shoulders, bringing your chest to the floor, back up again. If you're struggling with that, we're leaning forward onto your thighs. And from there, you're bringing your chest to the floor, back up. Lock the arms out straight. If you're struggling, still again, down nice and slow. Release your hands and then just push yourself back up from there. We're going to do 60 seconds on the press ups, and in the second one, forward lunge, so dumbbell or kettlebell and tight to the chest. What we're going to do is lunge forward, back up into your starting position again. We're going to do 30 seconds each leg on that one. So we're going to get into the run through the first round. So ready? So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So notice how there's a nice straight line from his shoulders right down to his hips. He hasn't got his tummy stuck towards the ground. Good stuff, that's it. So making sure your chest always hits the floor first. Don't let that stomach hit the floor first. Good, and then hands just slightly outside shoulder width, elbows tucked inside. And we'll change over, so in their forward lunges. Good stuff, that's it. So notice how he's always going back in his start position, keeping his chest up, facing forward. Once he strides out, you can feel a stretch on his quad. That's how you know you're going far enough. That's it. And change legs. Perfect, good stuff. So once you've done both exercises, on both 60 seconds of press ups, 30 seconds each side of the lunges, you're going to take a 40 seconds rest, and then you're going back in for 4 rounds. So that then brings us on to block B. 3 exercises in block B, so we'll run through them all. First one, single arm pendulum row. So, pendulum row, we've got to keep our chest parallel with the ground, so we'll shoot it from the side. Bend the knees, push your hips back, so your back and chest are parallel with the ground, you're not up there. So with your weight, your knuckles are facing forward, you want your elbow to finish in line with your shoulder. Squeeze your shoulder blade together, and back down. If you're using a resistance band, it's just simply 2 feet in the resistance band, coming up like so, back down, just keeping yourself in that position at all times. You're going to do 30 seconds each side. Second one, shoulder press and hold. If you've got a band, you're going to do both hands at the same time. So palms of your hands face the ceiling, elbows in slightly tight, pressing up, lock your arms out straight, push your head through, hold that for 5 seconds, back down. If you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So it's a strict press, arm finishes tight to the hip. Then brings us on to the last one, so we've got our hollow hold again. So land down on the ground. From here, arms in tight to the ears. Force your lower back into the ground. Legs out straight, point the toes. Hold that position for 30 seconds. So we get Ethan to run through the first round. So single arm pendulum row. Soft knees, hips back, keeping his back and chest parallel with the floor. When he's coming up, his elbow is finishing in line with the shoulder. So he's able to squeeze that shoulder blade against the other one. We're going to do 30 seconds each side and change over. That's it, good job. Making sure that always stays in that position as torso, so it shouldn't cut and raise up. Right, and we'll change on to our 5-second shoulder press. So up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Good. Nice strict press. There's no momentum, no push press. Nice strict press. There's no momentum, no push press. Keep it nice and strict. Make sure we're getting our 5-second pause at the top and change over. If you're using a dumbbell or kettlebell, you're doing 30 seconds each side. If you're using a band, we're doing both hands at the same time. That's it, perfect, mate. We'll change on to our hollow hold there. So there's a couple of variations you can sort of do with this hollow hold. So legs out straight. You always got to keep your arms tight to your body. If you're struggling with that, legs are completely straight, bring them up higher, or else bring your knees closer to your chest like so. But you're always forcing your lower back into the ground. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds. So what you're going to do, 3 exercises. Once you've done all 3, 40 seconds rest. You're going to do 3 rounds and then move on to the finisher. On the finisher, so the ladder is the same as it's been all week. It's going to change next week. So what we have, 1 of each, 2 of each, 3 of each, 4 of each. So I think we'll get the drift back from by now. First exercise is the burpee thruster. Tall flex position, bringing your feet together, bring your knees up into your chest, back out again. So 1 burpee thruster, and then you're going into 1 ordinary thruster. So dumbbell or kettlebell, you're going to hold it like so, sit in the squat, press up overhead, and then you're going to go back into your burpee thrusters. If you're using a resistance band, it's simply putting it along the sole of your foot, sit in the squat, press up overhead. So 1 of each, 2 of each, 3 of each. Set yourself a timer for 8 minutes. We're working our way through it. If you get to 10, you're just going back down again. Ready? Let's go. 1 burpee thruster, good. That's it. And then into your ordinary thruster. Locking the arms out straight, pushing the head through. 2 burpee thrusters, 2 ordinary thrusters. Perfect, good stuff. That's it. Now we're on to 3. And once the timer runs out, if you get the 10 as I'm saying, just work your way back down until that timer runs out. To our finisher for build in. So same as normal, 8 minutes on your timer. It's going to be an AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible. 2 exercises. The first one's a Kang squat. So if you've got a kettlebell, it's coming on the back. You're going to bend the knees slightly, push the hips back into a good morning, so you should feel a stretch in the hamstring. From here, sit into the squat, and then from there, back up into the good morning, stand up tall. So here, squat, bum up first, stand up tall. If you've got a dumbbell, it's just coming into your chest, or your stomach, sorry. Bend the knees, hips back, squat, bum up, stand up. 12 Kang squats, and then we're going into our curl. So dumbbell, holding it by both sides, up, squeeze the biceps, back down again. Notice how my elbows stand nice and tight to my body, and I'm getting that full extension of the arm. Kettlebell is the exact same, just here, back down. We get Ethan to run through it. Ready? So 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's it. So as he stands up, soft knees, hips back, feet in stretch, sits into the hands with a squat, and then from the bottom of the squat, his bum's coming off first, and then he stands up tall, squeeze his glutes at the top. So it's a good morning, into a squat, back into good morning, stand up tall. 12 reps, that's it. Excellent. Good stuff. And then we'll move on to our curls. Same again, elbows are staying tight to the body. When he's coming down, his arm is fully extended out, so he's getting a full stretch in that bicep. And then at the top, he's squeezing as tight as he can. Perfect. So nice and slow and controlled reps, squeezing hard at the top. So as we said, set yourself an 8-minute timer. Get through as many rounds as you can.